Hey guys, thanks for joining. This is Scott with the 1970 Chevy El Camino. This is video number 2. I had to turn the camera around so you can see the inside of the car. So this is the PCS electronic shifter, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then up or down out of drive. This is a Turbo 400 transmission with this electronic shifter. And then in addition to that, I have the PCS paddles. This allows me to control the gears directly by using the paddles. And then I have a PCS display indicator, which shows the gear indicator here. Also, the latching buttons are built into this carbon fiber plate. And there's 2 buttons. The one on the left here is a gear vendor's auto drive button. This one has memory. When you press it in, that is auto drive on. That allows the computer to basically, you just drive the car. It'll turn the overdrive on and off when properly needed. And then release the gear vendor's auto drive button and you're in manual mode. This latching switch doesn't matter which position in or out. It's just going to toggle back and forth between on and off depending on the mode that you're in. So the indicator lights, the green one on top indicates the gear vendor's overdrive is activated, and then the red indicates that the computer is on, but it's not yet into active overdrive mode, and the computer will switch into that mode when it senses the correct speed. All right, so let's go ahead and start up the vehicle. And I'll do a little bit more of a tour here, and we'll go for a drive. Okay, so the gear indicator shows P for park. And over here on the gear selector, it also shows P for park. In the future, as a temporary measure, I'm actually going to upgrade the entire interior and have this built into a center console. But for now, I have a buddy who did some work on the audio system for this vehicle, and he's going to do a little build out of this console, and he's going to mount this here so that I can have a nice display probably around that angle facing me, and it'll look nice until I can do the full interior upgrade, which I hope will come in the summer of 2021. All right, so in order to use the paddles, you can't do anything from park. As you can see here, you have to actually use the electronic shifter to go into drive. Once you're into drive, then the paddles will allow you to change the gears. Also, as a safety measure, you have to press on the brake just like a modern car in order to switch into drive. So let's go ahead and do that. And then you can see I'm in 3rd gear here, indicated as a D for drive on the electronic shifter control. All right, and then you can downshift 2nd and 1st. And then the auto drive is off right now, so the gear vendors is the manual mode. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out, and we're going to do a quick drive here. I do need to upgrade my cables. I have a better one on order. These didn't work out too well, and they frayed really quite a bit. Okay, let me see if I can clear. We'll do a hard run here. Okay, I'm in 1st gear. I'm going to use the paddles. This happens on occasion where the gear selector just powers down, and the troubleshooting guide for PCS says that the little rotator wheel inside the contact needs to be rubbed with Scotch-Brite to try to smooth it out so you get better contact. Okay, let's go for a drive. We're in 1st gear here. Second gear, there's a delay. That's the tranny, not the electronic shifter. There's 3rd. There's overdrive. Woohoo! Here's 2nd gear. It's actually 2nd over, overdrive off, 2nd gear. These paddles are badass. Now instead of using the column to shift and then control my overdrive, everything is done right here with my hands on the wheel. I did add that 1/2-inch spacer here to get a little more finger movement between the paddles and the wheel. The Momo Jet wheel has some fantastic grips and contours in several positions here. About 60 miles an hour in second gear. I've got 308s in the rear end. That'll be upgraded to 373s here shortly. Your second overdrive from 3,300 to 2,700 RPMs. My quarter mile time was 16.9 seconds. I wasn't on it that hard, but I was 17.5 before I added the gear benders. Here's drive. Overdrive is off. As you can see, no LED indicators here. I'm in manual mode. All right, we're gonna jump on the freeway here. I'm gonna do a quick mile or two down the road and then turn around and then come back on one other little stretch that I like. Continue to show you the paddles. Let's see if this guy gets on. Nope, okay. Here's first gear. Let's hightail it on the freeway. First, there's a semi to pass. There's second. I'm gonna hit second over. Then I'm gonna hit third and then downgrade. There's third. Third direct. Nice little pothole. Fantastic suspension in this baby. There's third over. I'm about 110 miles per hour. Feels solid. I love this car. I should slow down. I'm still over 100 here. The steering is so tight. The handling is fantastic. You saw that pothole I hit and I just kind of wobbled a little bit, but suspension grabbed. Wheels and tires are fantastic. I'm going to get off at the next exit here. Here's third. Third over. Actually, looks like I did make the pass. When you go 100, you can do a lot. So I'm going to slow down here, turn around, jump back on the freeway. Let's downshift into first. Pothole. Okay, let me switch this to RPMs here. I've got rev limiters. I think they're set around 5,500. Second. PCS resetting here. There's third. Third over. Make this car so much more fun rather than using that column. Absolutely love it. It came out better than I could have imagined. Again, this is the first drive that I've taken out with the paddles. The freeway here. We're going to do one more little of the day. Other than cleaning up the little contacts, I also have a safety feature, the neutral safety switch, which I don't know if that's big a deal because who starts the car in drive, but it does start in drive. So I would like to investigate that a little more and see if I can activate that feature so that will not happen. Also, the reverse lights are not working right now, so I need to take a look at the wiring there and see if I can get the reverse lights reconnected. So a little more work to do back in the shop, but for the most part, this thing is ready to go and it is a blast. We pull up to this straight, there's a guy in front of me here, so I'm going to slow down a little bit, let him get a distance. I'm in drive right now. Also, when I redid the exhaust, I put in an H-pipe. Again, let me roll down the window so you can hear it a little better. So great low sound, a little bit better performance. Again, with the GV together, I was able to get a little more speed in the quarter-mile distance. But the 373 gears, that's where it's really going to come from. That's where I hope to get around 15-second quarter mile. That'll make me quite happy, and a little more punch right off the line. Okay, I'm going to line up on this straight here. To a stop. I'm going to drop it to first and do a hard run, doing first, second over, third over, drop to third direct, and then third over. Okay, paddles down. Hopefully I don't catch that car in front. Absolutely a blast to drive. Paddles make it fun. Gear vendor switches mounted right here rather than using their foot switch. I really like having it right on the steering wheel. I need to do an upgrade on the cables here, get that tightened up. I'm going to the Motion Works. They have a single cable system that can run 4 switches with a single cable, so I'm going to give that a try and see how that works and see how that looks, and then replace these frayed cables here. All right, that's it for now. I've got some playing to do. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.